man. She went under the semi. The car split in half, mama.
Here are 20 of the most disturbing police dashcam moments, starting with the most brutal. A suspect firing an AK-47 at officers after a traffic stop. On April 12, 2021, chaos erupted in Carroll County, Georgia, when a high-speed chase began at 3:30 a.m. Aaron Shelton, driving a Nissan Sentra at 111 miles per hour, refused to stop for Trooper Zach Pruitt. His passenger, Pierre Shelton, fired an AK-47-style rifle at pursuing officers, disabling Pruitt's vehicle. The chase escalated as multiple agencies joined the pursuit. Pierre Shelton continued shooting, hitting Carrollton Police Sergeant Rob Holloway in the head, causing him to crash.
Shots fired with the nickname. Shots fired. Shots fired with the nickname. Shots fired. Advise shots fired. Shoot at me with an AK. They're mile marker 13. We still don't have the DC. We don't have the vehicle description yet. Alright, he's shot my motor out. Shots fired to know where he's in a Nissan heading eastbound. Are they still 1080 or
As the chase reached Villa Rica, the suspects pulled over, and Pierre Shelton stepped out armed with an AK-47. He immediately opened fire on Officer Chase Gordy, striking him in the arm and leg. Gordy took cover, yelling, "He's on my car!" Deputies Trout and Repetto rushed to assist, but were also met with gunfire. Repetto was shot in the arm as they returned fire, ultimately killing Pierre Shelton. The incident left Pierre Shelton dead, and Aaron Shelton facing severe charges. In July, Aaron was convicted of felony murder and sentenced to life without parole plus 190 years. Sergeant Holloway, who survived a headshot, addressed Aaron in court stating, "You didn't take anything from me that God didn't restore." The bravery of the officers was praised, with Gordy calling it a miracle that they all returned home to their families. While it was a lucky day for the officers in this case, the next incident was far from it. An Arkansas couple terrified troopers with an hour-long chase, leaving them completely shaken. On August 5, 2019, at approximately 7:56 p.m., Senior Corporal Desmond Benton observed a black Honda Civic speeding eastbound on U.S. Highway 412. The vehicle, bearing Arkansas tag 909XWF, was driven by Trent Guida with passenger Crystal Starr. Corporal Benton initiated a traffic stop, but Guida refused to pull over and fled at high speed. By 7:58 p.m., CPL Benton radioed dispatch, confirming he was in pursuit. The chase began, with Guida accelerating to 120 miles per hour on U.S. Highway 412.
909 X-ray William Frank. Coming back towards 412. Coming back towards 412. Back westbound.
Guida continued to evade police, swerving to avoid spike strips and PIT maneuvers. He turned onto Old Highway 68, then back onto U.S. Highway 412, reaching speeds of 120 miles per hour. Trooper Aiken attempted a PIT maneuver, but Guida collided with his vehicle, disabling it. Guida then threw small plastic bags and a liquid-filled bottle from his window, while driving erratically. Despite multiple attempts by officers to stop him, Guida continued fleeing, driving into opposite lanes of traffic and onto Interstate 49.
Trying to get information, crime is in an extra.
After nearly an hour of pursuit, Guida exited Interstate 49 and drove through multiple streets in Fayetteville. He attempted a U-turn on Don Tyson Parkway, but CPLR Benton used his vehicle to disable Guida's car by ramming the driver's side door. The impact stopped Guida's vehicle, ending the dangerous chase. Guida and Starr were finally cornered, but Guida refused to exit the car. Officers prepared to take him into custody.
Copy car. Location exactly. I'll try to get you exactly where he's at in this second. I think I'm on motor coach. He's going to be east of 265 on Don Tyson.
Corporal Benton and a Tawnytown officer physically removed Guida through the driver's side window and placed him on the pavement. Guida resisted arrest, forcefully pulling away, but officers gained control and handcuffed him. A search revealed $4,107 in Guida's pockets. Starr was also taken into custody. The hour-long chase, filled with dangerous maneuvers and close calls, finally concluded with both suspects in custody and no serious injuries to officers. Despite the mental trauma experienced by both the suspect and the officers, there were no brutal injuries in this case. However, in the next case, the suspect's decision to evade the cops on a motorcycle proved to be fatal.
Shut your bike off. Shut your bike off.
On February 1st, 2024, at approximately 3 a.m., Maricopa police officer Michael Ewald spotted 29-year-old Demetrius Caddis speeding southbound on John Wayne Parkway at 80 miles per hour in a 35-mile-per-hour zone. Caddis, riding a Kawasaki sport bike, appeared wobbly and inexperienced, struggling to control the motorcycle. Ewald activated his lights and sirens, instructing Caddis to pull over. At the Honeycutt Avenue intersection, Caddis briefly stopped, but then fled, running a red light and accelerating to 90 miles per hour, nearly colliding with a pickup truck.
Shut your bike off. Shut your bike off. And now he's fleeing. Southbound over the overpass. He's a real bad driver. 90 miles an hour. Ran a red light. And almost got hit. Let Ock Chin know he's headed their way. And he's... Oh!
Caddis continued speeding, reaching up to 100 miles per hour as Ewald pursued him. Near the intersection of John Wayne Parkway and Altera Parkway, Caddis failed to navigate a curve at triple the speed limit and crashed. The motorcycle threw debris in all directions, and Caddis was thrown from the bike, landing near a curb with a massive head injury. Ewald immediately called for paramedics, describing Caddis as unresponsive, with no breathing, a faint pulse, and a broken neck. The motorcycle came to rest 100 feet south of Catus's body.
I know. And you're pulling out over there. Sit tight for me. All right, you're good, bud.
He's not responsive.
Toxicology reports are pending to determine if impairment played a role in the crash. Public records revealed Catus had prior DUI charges in 2022 and 2023, with one case dismissed and a guilty plea in the other. Catus, a Tortosa resident and social media coordinator for Nike, died from his injuries. The Pinal County Sheriff's Office and Coolidge Police assisted in the ongoing investigation. While this suspect made the fatal mistake of evading the cops, the next suspect was not much different. His decision to flee also turned out to be deadly.
Hey,
ma'am, stay still. Stay still. Stay still. Yeah.
On September 7, 2022, at approximately 7:03 p.m., an officer observed a red Pontiac Grand Prix speeding on the shoulder of Interstate 55 during congested traffic. The officer initiated a traffic stop and made contact with the driver, Eric Winford, who admitted to having no license. A strong odor of marijuana emanated from the vehicle, and the female passenger, Brittany Johns, also lacked identification. Winford claimed they were heading to a hospital, but the officer suspected impairment and began investigating further.
Anything illegal on you? Do I need to have a female officer come out here and check you? No, nothing illegal on you. Nothing illegal in your purse. Because I'm going to search it, okay? Okay. So the reason I'm going to search the car is because I can smell the strong odor of marijuana coming out of the car. Also on him. You smoke weed? Okay. So I don't have anything against smoking weed. I just don't, you can't have it unless you have a medical card. Do you have a medical card? You don't? Okay. Does he that you know of? You don't know. Okay. How long have you known him? I'm gonna let you stand right here while I look through your purse, okay? Where y'all from? You from West Memphis or Memphis?
I'm from Missouri.
You're from Missouri, okay. Whose car is it? You don't know? Who is Kelvin Kraft?
My brother.
Your brother?
I'll give you his number.
While searching the vehicle, Johns became agitated and warned about a possible gun in the car. Suddenly, she jumped into the driver's seat, fled the scene, and accelerated to over 100 miles per hour on the shoulder. The officer pursued her, but soon found her car had crashed into a box truck on the bridge, splitting the Pontiac in half. Johns was critically injured, with her legs in the front seat and her head on the ground near the rear. EMS rushed her to the hospital.
Hey, ma'am, stay still. Stay still. Stay still. Yeah. Yeah.
Lay your head on that. Lay your head on that. Don't move.
I thought she run over me.
Don't move.
Why did she?
No, she comes falling by like.
I mean, we know why she's done it, but for what?
Were y'all chasing her?
Yeah, no. We're on a traffic stop with her. Hey, stay still. Stay still.
You got fire department?
Yes.
Hey, you want to get
485 is 1019, correct?
Hey, make sure you get careful.
Of course, we got to do is shut out.
After the crash, officers identified Johns, who had an active warrant in Illinois, and recovered a .22 revolver from the vehicle. Winford, visibly impaired, was arrested and charged with traffic violations and felon in possession of a firearm. The incident highlighted the dangers of impaired driving and fleeing from law enforcement, resulting in severe consequences for both suspects. The woman fleeing from the officers made a brutal mistake, much like the suspects in the next case, who were just a breath away from death.
didn't want to touch my handcuff key with blood all over it.
On September 9th, 2021, Corporal Mike Bowman observed a black sedan speeding at 83 miles per hour on Interstate 540, exceeding the 65 miles per hour limit. Bowman initiated a pursuit, but the driver refused to stop, leading to a high-speed chase. The pursuit continued into Fort Smith, where Bowman crashed his vehicle and had to exit the chase. Van Buren police and other troopers took over, tracking the suspect as she weaved through traffic. The driver, later identified as Angela McConnell, continued to evade officers at dangerous speeds. Trooper Matthew Price joined the pursuit and attempted a precision immobilization technique, PIT, to stop McConnell's vehicle. Despite 2 PIT attempts, McConnell regained control and continued fleeing. Price finally blocked her vehicle on Co-op Drive and ordered her to exit. McConnell refused, reaching between the seats, prompting Price to forcibly remove her. During the arrest, McConnell hit her head on a patrol car's push bumper and began bleeding. She and her passenger, Brandy Stanhouse, were both found to have active felony warrants.
I don't care.
McConnell, treated for head injuries, became combative, kicking a paramedic. She and Stanhouse were taken to Mercy Hospital, where McConnell consented to a blood draw, admitting she expected methamphetamine to be detected. The sample was sent to the Arkansas State Crime Lab for analysis. McConnell faced charges including speeding, reckless driving, fleeing, and battery, while Stanhouse was arrested for outstanding warrants. Both suspects were later transported to jail, ending a dangerous and chaotic pursuit. While these ladies gave the cops a tough time, it was nothing compared to the next suspect, who directly shot at officers, forcing them to run for their lives.
Shots fired, kid!
On November 10th, 2018, the suspect was later caught and charged with attempted murder and other crimes. The female passenger provided valuable information to the police. This incident, with over 40 shots fired, highlights the risks officers face during even routine traffic stops. While in this case, the shootout occurred on a quiet backcountry road, the next case was far more chaotic. The suspect caused a shootout so intense that it shut down a busy highway for hours, creating panic and endangering countless lives. On July 14, 2020, Tennessee Highway Patrol pursued Christian Eliud Ramos Murillo, a wanted fugitive from Florida, on Interstate 40 in Knoxville. The chase began at Watt Road and lasted 18 minutes, reaching speeds of up to 80 miles per hour. Ramos Murillo, driving a Chevy SUV, refused to stop, swerving through traffic and slamming on his brakes to evade officers. Authorities set up rolling roadblocks and spike strips, but he continued to flee. The pursuit shut down parts of the busy interstate, creating chaos.
3 THP units at this time. 10-4 see if county can get someone and to deploy spike strip. I'm turning around right now. I'm eastbound at 3. I'm trying to go up ahead a little bit to give myself a little time here to deploy.
There's a lot of moving around going in the car. They're moving slow.
2. Be advised he's supposed to have weapons. He's wanted for murder. 10-4. I'll be in car 2. 15 to the center lane. We're going 65 miles an hour. There's a CMB up ahead of us. No other traffic.
The chase ended near the AT&T building when Ramos Murillo crashed his SUV. He immediately pulled out a pistol and opened fire on officers, sparking a shootout. Nearly 70 shots were exchanged between Ramos Murillo and law enforcement. Despite being outnumbered, he continued firing from the driver's seat. The intense gunfight left Ramos Murillo mortally wounded and his 21-year-old passenger critically injured. The interstate was closed for hours as authorities secured the scene.
Keep your fucking hands where we can see them!
Ramos Murillo, who had vowed never to return to Florida alive, died from multiple gunshot wounds that night. His passenger, a Salvadoran native, survived but was severely injured. Investigators revealed little about the shootout initially, but dashcam footage captured the chaos. The incident prompted a months-long state investigation. Ramos Murillo's reckless actions not only endangered lives, but also disrupted one of Knoxville's busiest highways. While authorities confirmed Ramos Murillo was a fugitive with a criminal history, the next case involved a rape suspect, who also attempted to evade police. But his escape didn't end well either. On February 24, 2016, Chattanooga police and Tennessee Highway Patrol officers pursued a rape suspect through rush-hour traffic. The suspect, driving a silver Chevy Impala, had fled from Nashville police earlier that day. Speeding through Chattanooga at high speeds, the suspect caused chaos, triggering 15 accidents along the way. Officers attempted to stop the vehicle, but the suspect refused to pull over. The chase created gridlock and put countless lives at risk.
On a bridge cut.
As the suspect continued to evade police, officers executed a PIT maneuver. The maneuver caused the suspect's vehicle to spin out and crash into a road divider, finally bringing the chase to an end. The high-speed pursuit, which lasted through heavy traffic, left one police car wrecked. Despite the damage, no officers or civilians were seriously injured.
I'm gonna back up! I'm gonna back up!
Suspect was eventually taken into custody and charged with multiple offenses, including fleeing and evading police. The arrest marked the end of a dangerous pursuit that disrupted rush-hour traffic and endangered countless lives. You might think this suspect gave cops a tough time, but it's nothing compared to the next case, where officers were shot at during the chase. On January 6, 2025, Canmore resident Austin De Silva fled an RCMP check stop, leading to a high-speed chase. During the pursuit, De Silva brandished a handgun and fired shots at the pursuing officer's vehicle, striking the windshield. The officer radioed for backup, reporting the suspect's aggressive actions. The situation escalated into a dangerous shootout, as De Silva refused to surrender.
Band 301, vehicle fleeing from me. I believe a shot fired at my vehicle. I believe that my window was shot at. Vehicle has just branded a handgun towards my vehicle.
Copy, are you 70?
I'm 70, if I can get KMOS.
Where are you?
On Main Street, heading west.
De Silva pinned himself in an alley, continuing to fire at officers. The suspect's reckless actions forced police to take cover while attempting to contain the situation. Despite being outnumbered, De Silva remained defiant, exchanging gunfire with law enforcement. The shootout lasted nearly 2 hours, with officers working to neutralize the threat. De Silva's injuries from bullet wounds and frostbite began to take a toll on him. After a prolonged standoff, De Silva was finally arrested near his vehicle, seriously injured from gunshot wounds and suffering from frostbite due to the freezing conditions. He was transported to a hospital for treatment before facing charges. While this suspect primarily risked his own life, the next suspect went even further, not only endangering himself, but also putting countless others at risk during a wild and chaotic chase with police.
Where'd you crash out at?
On September 21, 2024, a blue Nissan Altima with illegal window tint was observed at a red light in Pensacola, Florida. When the officer attempted a U-turn, the suspect ran the red light and sped away at over 100 miles per hour. The officer activated lights and sirens, initiating a high-speed chase. The suspect vehicle turned onto US 29, running multiple red lights and endangering other drivers. A large plastic bag was thrown from the passenger side, later found to contain narcotics. The suspect continued speeding through residential areas, ignoring traffic signals and nearly colliding with innocent motorists. The chase reached speeds of 90 to 100 miles per hour in 30-mile-per-hour zones, with the suspect running stop signs and weaving through traffic. The driver's reckless behavior showed a clear disregard for public safety. The pursuit ended when the suspect crashed into multiple vehicles on a narrow 2-lane road. The car came to rest near a residence on East Hernandez Street.
Signal 4, signal 4, signal 4.
Copy, signal 4.
You better not move! I'll shoot! I'll shoot!
Where'd you crash out at?
12th and Cross, 12th and Cross. Did he continue?
Give him something, hang on.
After the crash, the driver and passenger remained disoriented inside the vehicle. Officers shattered the windows and removed both individuals, identifying them as Antione Lamar Smith and Tarek Jamil Watson. Smith, the driver, was wearing a Walmart vest, while Watson, the passenger, had dread-style hair. Both suspects were taken into custody without further incident. The vehicle was searched, and the plastic bag thrown earlier was recovered, containing narcotics.
Tarek Watson, T-A-R-I-Q-W-A-T-S-O-N.
Listen, from here on out, we good. We ain't chasing no more, all right? Give us some respect, we'll give you some respect. You understand? All right.
Put him on this side, too. Open this car. All right. Try to fit in there. I have no clue. Not mine.
The bag contained 335 grams of marijuana, less than 1 gram of cocaine, and 11 grams of fentanyl. Smith was charged with aggravated fleeing, possession of marijuana and cocaine, and trafficking fentanyl. Watson faced similar drug-related charges. Both suspects were booked, and the substances field-tested positive. While these suspects thought they could evade cops with narcotics, the next suspect made a similar mistake, trying to outrun police in a stolen vehicle, which ended just as badly.
Y'all good?
On January 21, 2025, at approximately 8:07 p.m., Little Rock Police Department requested assistance with a pursuit of a stolen white Nissan Armada. The suspect vehicle was spotted westbound on East 9th Street, approaching North Locust Street. An officer positioned their patrol car near the suspect and executed a vehicle intervention technique, VIT. The maneuver caused the vehicle to spin 180 degrees and come to a stop at the intersection. The driver, identified as Tiffany Duckery, was ordered out of the vehicle.
Hey, climb out this door! Climb out this door!
S-1063 out of 9
Get on the ground
for a TBI.
Y'all good?
Departure Bay, net 1064, resume normal traffic.
Duckery, a black female, was taken into custody without resistance or injury. The vehicle, reported stolen earlier that day in Little Rock, was recovered and released to its owner on the scene. Dashcam footage captured the intense moments of the intervention and arrest. Duckery's cooperation allowed for a swift and safe resolution. The stolen vehicle was returned to its rightful owner without further incident. While the suspect in this case was quickly apprehended, the next incident required officers to engage in a lengthy and intense chase before finally bringing the suspect down.
Get out of the vehicle! 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 Get out of the vehicle!
On December 4, 2020, Arkansas State Police were called to assist a highway patrol officer with a suspicious vehicle on I-40 westbound. The suspect's car had its windows covered in black paint, raising concerns. Trooper James Ray arrived and approached the vehicle, but the driver, Brian Starnes, suddenly accelerated and fled. Trooper Ray slipped on wet grass while attempting to pursue, but both officers quickly resumed the chase. Starnes led them on a high-speed pursuit down the interstate. After Trooper Ray executed a pursuit intervention technique, PIT, Starnes regained control and re-entered the interstate, this time driving east in the westbound lanes. The highway patrol officer followed Starnes, while Trooper Ray turned around to intercept. Starnes continued driving the wrong way, endangering countless lives. Trooper Ray positioned his vehicle head-on to block Starnes, forcing a split-second decision. To protect civilians, Trooper Ray chose to collide head-on with Starnes, ending the pursuit.
Okay, we're coming. Now, did you say he was losing a guy or had lost him?
Yeah, lost it, yeah. We tried to stop a second ago. And he was having some issues. 387 is an issue coming up on me. Fort Smith, I'm head on with this vehicle right now.
The head-on collision brought the chase to a dramatic end. Fire and EMS responded, clearing both Trooper Ray and Starnes of life-threatening injuries. Starnes initially resisted arrest, but was eventually taken into custody. The suspect's reckless actions caused significant danger, but no civilians were harmed. Trooper Ray's quick thinking and bravery prevented a potentially catastrophic outcome.
Six to 27.
Hey, I got EMS coming for you, bud.
10-4, I'm also headed that way.
Get him, I'm gonna check on him.
I've got EMS in route.
Come up here, come up here. Sit right here. Sit right here.
Brian Starnes was charged with felony fleeing, aggravated assault on a law enforcement officer, driving with a suspended license, and refusal to submit to arrest. He was incarcerated in the Franklin County Detention Center. The incident highlighted the risks officers face during high-speed pursuits. Trooper Ray's actions demonstrated the dedication of law enforcement to protect the public, even at great personal risk. Stopping the suspect's car with a head-on collision was an absolute display of bravery by the officer. But in the next case, it was a true test of skill and endurance as officers had to chase down a wild and out-of-control truck. On July 27, 2022, a Mack dump truck led Arkansas State Police on a wild chase through multiple roads. The suspect, driving recklessly, refused to stop, ramming into police cars and endangering other drivers. Officers pursued the truck at high speeds, using spike strips and strategic maneuvers to slow it down. The chase spanned highways, gravel roads, and residential areas, creating chaos. Despite the efforts, the suspect continued to evade capture, forcing officers to escalate their tactics.
Where you went around?
you're clear. He's turning south.
Or south on Singleton?
Turning back south on Singleton on the gravel road. 115 southbound Bystanders. Everybody's talking at it. North on Singleton back towards the turning. He's backing up, putting in reverse, trying to run over the triple.
He's trying to hit me, Little Rock.
Careful. Okay, go ahead, go down towards there.
The suspect drove erratically, running cars off the road and speeding through intersections. Officers attempted to disable the truck by shooting its tires and engine, but the suspect persisted. At one point, the truck drove the wrong way on highways, putting countless lives at risk. Police warned civilians to stay clear as the chase intensified. The suspect's determination to escape made the pursuit one of the most dangerous in recent memory. After a prolonged chase, officers managed to shoot out the truck's front tire, significantly slowing it down. The suspect continued to resist, but the damaged vehicle eventually came to a stop. Officers surrounded the truck, ordering the suspect to surrender. Despite initial resistance, the suspect was forcibly removed from the vehicle and subdued. The dramatic standoff marked the end of a high-stakes pursuit.
625, you still rolling? Yeah, we're rolling at about 5 miles an hour.
Put it in car. Put it in car. Put it in car.
Get some handcuffs. Get some handcuffs. You got it.
Hands behind your back right now.
Here.
Slow down. Slow down.
I got him.
The suspect was taken into custody and faced multiple charges, including felony fleeing and reckless endangerment. The chase highlighted the dangers of high-speed pursuits and the risks officers face to protect the public. The suspect's reckless actions caused significant damage, but resulted in no serious injuries. While in this case, both the officer and suspect were fortunate to escape without serious injuries, the next incident took a deadly turn when the suspect brutally shot down an officer.
All right, let's go to my vehicle, okay? Come on.
Oh, shit!
On February 4th, 2021, NMSP officer Darian Jarrott initiated a traffic stop on Omar Felix Cueva's white Chevy pickup on I-10 near mile marker 101. Cueva, a suspected drug trafficker, was under investigation by Homeland Security. During the stop, Cueva suddenly fired multiple shots, striking and killing Officer Jarrott. The shooting occurred as Jarrott attempted to ensure his safety by securing Cueva's firearm. The tragic event marked the beginning of a chaotic and deadly pursuit.
Shit!
Police, here to help! 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 Hey! You call 911? Call 911. I'm with HSI. Okay. Call 911.
After shooting Jarrott, Cueva fled the scene, leading multiple law enforcement agencies on a 40-mile chase. Cueva fired at officers throughout the pursuit, endangering lives and causing chaos. Officers attempted to stop him using spike strips and strategic maneuvers, but Cueva continued to evade capture. The chase ended when a Las Cruces police officer executed a pit maneuver, forcing Cueva's vehicle to stop.
The shoulder and SOCOM 446, are you secondary? Standby, I'm secondary. 430. Found on
430, shots fired. I'm 10-4.
3534, I got spikes under the bridge. It's 135 on 430.
Did you head in the opposite direction of traffic?
Following the pit maneuver, officers surrounded Cueva's vehicle and engaged in a shootout. Cueva, who had been shooting at officers throughout the chase, was fatally wounded. Officers secured the scene and provided medical assistance, but Cueva succumbed to his injuries.
Watch his hands! Watch his hands! Watch the crossfire! 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 Let me see your hands! Let me see your hands! Secure it! Secure it! Secure it! Right now!
Omar Felix Cueva, 39, had a criminal history, including a 10-year prison sentence for drug possession with intent to distribute. Released in 2020, he was under investigation for drug trafficking at the time of the incident. While this was a heart-wrenching case, the next incident showcased the bravery of a K-9 officer who helped cops tackle down a dangerous suspect.
Get out of the car! Get out of the car!
On January 22, 2025, a traffic stop near Highway 71 and Planters Road turned into a high-speed chase when the suspect, David A. Bruce, fled in his vehicle. With emergency lights and sirens activated, officers pursued Bruce as he drove recklessly through Fort Smith. The suspect swerved through intersections, ran red lights, and endangered other drivers. The chase continued into an apartment complex near 5121 Towson Avenue, where Bruce attempted to evade capture by driving into a large field.
Back on the Chevy light. Power on down. Turn that village down partner.
In the field, officers executed a tactical vehicle intervention, TVI, striking the suspect's car to disable it. Despite the impact, Bruce continued to accelerate, forcing officers to pin his vehicle. When Bruce refused to exit the car, Corporal Price deployed his K-9, Rick, through the window. Officers noticed a knife clipped to Bruce's pocket and broke the passenger window to prevent him from using it. After a brief struggle, Bruce was removed from the car and taken into custody. EMS provided medical attention before transporting him to the hospital.
Get out of the car! Get out of the car! Get out of the car! Pocket! Here! Pocket! Quit fighting my dog! Quit fighting my dog! Pocket! Let him back out! Hang on, Bass! Pocket! Get your balls off of you, I'm gonna get out! Bass, back up! Hey, we got a knife on him. Here. He's got a big-ass knife on him. Here. Get out of that car now. Fucking. Get out now. Get out. Get on the ground right now. Fucking. Get out of the car. Let go of my dog. I'm getting out. I'm going to tase you. Get out of the car.
Bruce was treated at Baptist Hospital and later booked at the Sebastian County Detention Center. He faced multiple charges, including speeding, reckless driving, fleeing, resisting arrest, and battery. The incident highlighted the dangers of high-speed chases and the importance of K-9 units in apprehending suspects. While the K-9 helped officers apprehend the suspect in this case, the next incident was far more complex. A suspect in a semi-truck, holding his wife hostage, became a nightmare for law enforcement to tackle down. On the 18th of July, 2020, Ohio State Highway Patrol received reports of a reckless semi-truck driver on I-75. Officers attempted to pull over the truck, but the driver refused to stop, leading them on a high-speed chase. The pursuit continued through Cincinnati, onto I-71, and then onto I-275, with dozens of officers joining the effort. Police soon discovered the driver was holding his wife hostage inside the truck. The suspect's erratic driving put countless lives at risk as he weaved through traffic.
County, we can get those headed up. Driver's on the thing with the negotiator this time, so.
Okay, all we're really speaking is back off a little bit while he's on the phone. Back off a little bit, keep him a little distant. He's coming your way.
During the chase, the driver made several stops to speak with police but refused to surrender. The suspect intentionally drove into oncoming traffic and attempted to ram police vehicles. Eventually, he released his wife, who was found with a broken leg and signs of physical assault. Officers rushed her to the hospital while continuing to pursue the suspect.
Okay. 46, stay at your location.
I got six in the far left lane, that's for the bridge. Back off, back off.
Police deployed stop strips, but the truck continued until a SWAT officer fired a .50 caliber rifle round into the engine, disabling it. The driver then held himself at knife point, but was subdued with a taser and taken into custody. Authorities praised the operation, stating the suspect's reckless actions could have resulted in fatalities. The incident highlighted the dangers of high-stakes pursuits and the bravery of law enforcement in resolving such crises. While this suspect gave officers a tough time using a semi-truck, the next suspect took it a step further. using a large bus to test the limits of law enforcement's abilities. On August 29, 2024, a suspect stole a bus and led Arkansas State Police on a wild chase through local roads. The suspect drove recklessly, ramming into multiple vehicles and endangering other drivers. 4 state troopers pursued the bus, attempting to bring the situation under control. The chase continued through intersections and rail yards, creating chaos in the area. Officers struggled to stop the large vehicle without causing further harm.
Are y'all on Pogo yet or not?
Yeah, we're coming back towards 40. We're at Bethany.
Yeah, we're out in front of the Sonic at Bethany. See you westbound to the rear yard.
I think if we continue this way, we might come out by the parole office. I'm not really sure.
As the chase progressed, officers shot out 2 of the bus's tires, significantly slowing it down. The suspect continued to resist, but the deflated tires forced the bus to a halt. Troopers surrounded the vehicle and ordered the suspect to surrender. After a brief standoff, the suspect was apprehended without further incident. The dramatic pursuit highlighted the challenges of stopping a large, stolen vehicle.
Moving across the railroad track.
Hey, let me see your hands now! Put them on your head!
The suspect was taken into custody and faced multiple charges, including theft, reckless driving, and endangerment. The incident disrupted traffic and caused damage to several vehicles, but resulted in no serious injuries. Authorities praised the officers' quick thinking and teamwork in resolving the situation. Despite the damage to vehicles and the mental trauma caused by this incident, everyone was fortunate to escape without serious injuries. However, in the next case, things took a deadly turn as the suspect's attempt to evade cops ended in tragedy. On May 18, 2022, a suspect led Arkansas State Police on a high-speed chase after refusing to pull over. The pursuit escalated as the suspect drove recklessly, eventually losing control of the vehicle. The car rolled multiple times, crashing into traffic signs and coming to a stop near the Arkansas River Bridge. The force of the crash ejected the passenger into the grassy median. The driver, who was not wearing a seatbelt, was found unresponsive in the vehicle.
10-4, real clear change?
Yeah, 10-4. It's a rollover. Anybody else in the car? Anybody else in the car? Anybody else in the car?
One person.
Let me check on them. They got any guns in there?
Got a driver in there.
Hey, turn around there.
Yes, sir, I'm good. You said the driver's in there?
Yeah, man. Oh, is he in there?
No, he's not.
Oh.
Stop.
I ain't got nothing on me.
Just sit down.
Damn.
Adam 44, the driver's being ejected in, the passenger's talking, checking on the driver now.
Damn. He right there.
Yeah, stop.
I got you.
Just relax.
The passenger, visibly shaken, explained that the driver had panicked when police attempted to pull them over. EMS was called to provide medical assistance, but the driver was pronounced dead at the scene. The passenger, who also wasn't wearing a seatbelt, was fortunate to survive the crash. The incident highlighted the dangers of high-speed chases and the importance of seatbelt use. While the officers in this case emerged unharmed, the next incident was far more horrific. A cop was executed by the suspect in a shocking and tragic moment.
Six taking care of B97.
On March 15, 2024, New Mexico State Police Officer Justin Hare stopped to assist Jeremy Smith, who was driving a white BMW with a flat tire on I-40 near Tucumcari. Unbeknownst to Hare, Smith was linked to the murder of South Carolina paramedic Phonesia Machado Fore, whose body was found later that day. During the interaction, Smith shot Hare, captured on the officer's body camera. Smith then drove Hare's patrol SUV 7 miles before dumping his body on the roadside. The footage showed Smith pausing as a semi-truck passed, then shooting Hare twice more.
Hey, bud.
Got a flat tire. You can help me?
What are you needing?
Just a tire. I need a ride to the store. You get me there.
Okay, I can get you back to town real quick, but nobody's open tonight.
Well, that's fine. I get to town. I just come back to get the car.
Okay, go ahead and go to the front of my car real quick. I'll meet you up there real quick. I'll get.
Smith was arrested in Albuquerque on March 17th and faced federal charges, including carjacking resulting in death and discharging a firearm during a crime of violence. A judge ordered Smith held pending trial, citing the severity of the charges. The incident left the community in shock, mourning the loss of Officer Hare and Phonesia Machado Fore. The case highlighted the dangers law enforcement officers face daily. Smith's actions served as a grim reminder of the unpredictability and risks of routine traffic stops.